Good morning, everyone. It's Angela from the brain injury community. How are you all? Very quickly, it's never quick when it comes to me. I wanted to speak with you this morning about the Brisbane Disability Connection Expo. It was held in April, and here we are in June, and we just realised that I actually haven't spoken to you all about it. Like life comes over, like just literally takes over. But anyway, um, the expo was actually really good. We were there last year, and last year it was like Ashan described a fishing expedition for us, in that we'd only just started toying with the idea of, do we go a charity, don't we go a charity, what do we actually do, do I do it as a sole trader, all those things. And I think the week before, maybe it was, yeah, we're going to do this as a charity. So it was last year, for us, was really about getting out there and letting people know that this is what we're going to do. Um, how much need is there out there? How much will people use the community, all those kind of things. And then this year, even though we're still at startup stage, we're less than 12 months old, it was so different in that we had service providers referring people to come and talk to us. We had people coming looking for us because they saw us there last year. We had people who we have helped and who we've helped connect, whether it be through online support groups or getting them linked in with a support coordinator or support workers or physios or whatever, actually coming back and saying thank you and talking to us about how much difference there is in their lives now. And so I mean, like, there were really a fair few touch your heart fluffy moments. There were a lot of, oh my God, I can do so much for you. Please come and talk to us some more. There were, as I said, other service providers coming to us and wanting to talk to us more about doing workshops and education with their staff about how to better their support workers, to better their clients. Just all round, it was just really good. I can't wait for next year and what changes we're going to be able to show people from the next 12 months, from April 2021 to 2022, and then what's happening in 2023. So it was really, really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. We had some great lollies to give away. I always give away great lollies and fairy floss. I wanted to say a big thank you to River Knight. River Knight is who got in touch with me last year and gave us the opportunity last year to have a stand. And I'm so appreciative of that. I really am, because without that, we wouldn't have had that extra push, and it wouldn't have been so in my face and so obvious about, and what you want to do is actually needed. So that was really good. I would have to say one of the standout moments, if not the standout moment of the expo for me, was, this is going to sound really weird, but the last person that we spoke to on the last day. This was a gentleman, and I really hope I get this right. He came up to talk to us, and he did look very apprehensive and very, very lost. Now, Sian's standing off camera, so I'm kind of looking at her every now and again to make sure I've got it right. She's shaking and nodding, to make sure. So sorry if I kind of veer off there to you. But anyway, he came up to us, and he was very unsure and very, I don't know what the word, trepidatious or
Hesitant.
very hesitant to talk with us. And eventually he did talk with us, and it turns out his wife had had a stroke. Is that correct? and she was struggling. She had been left with a lot of cognitive issues and memory, um, like cognitive deficits and memory deficits, and they were really affecting her because she was really struggling to accept what was happening inside of her. And he said he'd spoken to other groups and things like that, and they dealt with the stroke, but they actually didn't talk about, well, what happens now, the brain injury part of it, um, all the symptoms and all the deficits that she was showing. And he just wanted to help her, and he wanted to know what was out there to be able to help her. And he did say that she wasn't ready to talk to anyone about it. She'd kind of closed herself off and didn't want to discuss it with anybody, and was quite embarrassed and had a lot of emotional feelings in that way. But it was so heartwarming because all he wanted to do was help her and find a way to help her. And as I was talking to him, you could kind of see the relief almost come through his face that yes, there is someone or something out there that is geared towards helping her. And then as I was talking to him, I said to him, don't forget about you. You're important in this as well. I said to him, you are doing more than 80% of spouses whose partners are going through a brain injury. And the fact you're at this expo, you found out about this expo on your own, and on your own you are here not asking for help for you, but asking for help for her. And that shows just how much you cared. And I said to him, just make sure that you don't forget about you, and you do find a peer network, or you do find some counselling or someone to talk to about what you're going through, because what you're going through is also important. And we spoke about a few other things as well, and by the end of it you could tell you could see him. His eyes were welling up, and there were the tears in the corner of his eyes, and he was very okay, thank you so much. And the abrupt turn, and he left, and I turned and looked at Sean, and he was about to break down and lose it at any moment. And I looked at Sean, and I was like, oh my God, I felt like I was going to lose it, because when you see partners and family members who want to help, it's so heartwarming. Sorry, there's the dog again. It's so heartwarming because that the person that's the brain injury survivor is more than halfway there, because they do have that support from their loved ones. I went through a lot of my journey without that support. Oops, sorry, that was the dog protecting the house. A leaf must have fallen. But anyway, sorry, but where was I? I went through without that support, and it can make or break you. It really can. And the fact that this gentleman, as I said, was out there looking for help for his wife, it was beautiful. And to be able to say that we were there for him to talk to, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of what we are doing. I really am. And I can't wait to see how much we're going to grow, and by bringing more other brain injury survivors on to help us and become leaders within our group. And I'm very excited. I am very excited. And you know what? Without doing the Disability Connection Expo, I think things would have been very, very different. So to that gentleman, if by any chance you are watching this, I hope that we have impacted you enough to be able to get her to come to us, and for you to come back and talk with us. But you certainly have impacted me to make sure that we do put something in place to get support for the family. So, thank you very much. Thank you for sitting and watching and listening, and thank you to all the families and the loved ones of all the brain injury survivors out there, because on behalf of them, thanks heaps. We really do appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Bye.